I know I'm in the same outfit, same makeup. I don't care. I'm doing 2 videos in one night. Today's video is going to be on my interview process at Sephora. I applied to Sephora mad times, okay? My first time I applied to Sephora, why do I have a pen in my hands? The first time I applied to Sephora, I got a call back, but I missed the call because I applied while I was out of the country. I missed the call. They left me a voicemail. The day of the interview was, I can't even remember, but I wasn't gonna make it. So I couldn't even call back because I was out of the country. So when I came back, I kept applying again. And then after like mad attempts of applying again, I finally kept getting callbacks. Like I've probably got about 3 different callbacks, but all the callbacks I was at work, so I kind of missed the call. And whenever I called the store back, I wouldn't get an answer from anyone. It was just like, fuck, like so close but so far. So then after that, like I kept applying. Nobody will call me back after that, and I was just getting so frustrated. I was like, what the fuck? They tried to call me and I didn't get to answer, and now I'm applying again and no one wants me. Like, did I mess up? It was like, was that a bad thing that I didn't get to answer because I was busy at work and I didn't want to answer my phone at work? So I kind of gave it a break because I was realizing that, like, because I was called, like, because I missed so many of the calls, no one was looking at my resume again. They probably like put a block on it. So I gave it a break a little and applying again. I gave it a break for like 6 months, 4 to 6 months, because I was like, maybe that's the time I need to give it so like my resume could be out of the system and then I will be new, like fresh again, so then they'll see it again. So then I kept applying again. Then I got this one call for like the Soho store location, and no, I didn't get a call. I got an email, and I replied to the email, and she asked if it was okay for her to call me for over the phone interview, and I was like, of course. And then they called me and did the interview, but I sucked as in that interview. Like, it was so bad. I was stuttering, I didn't know what I was saying, like everything was so bad. But it was also a learning lesson. So she asked me to send her a picture of my portfolio. Mind you, I don't have a portfolio, so I kind of just got random pictures of like people that I've done that I still had on my computer for some reason, and I sent those. After that, now she sent me the email like a week or 2 after, and she was like, I'm sorry to inform you, you did not get the position, so and so and so. I was like, fuck. So then I got another email for another location that asked me to do another phone interview. So I was like, okay, but this time I kind of prepared myself. I was like, do not be nervous, you're gonna answer these questions and they're gonna love your answers. Like, I had to give myself pep talk for these things, because if I don't, like, I go in there and I just stuck. So anyways, that's what I did. They loved me over the phone. They asked me to come in for an interview, face-to-face interview. I went in for the interview, answered all the questions. They loved me, and they wanted me to do another interview, this time with the store director or the store manager or whatever. So I was like, okay. I went and I did that interview too. But with that interview, for some reason I was nervous again. I was so nervous. Like, I knew I wasn't supposed, like, at first I wasn't nervous, but then like I feel like I scared myself into being nervous. So like I kept overthinking it too much. So then I went in there and I basically did the same thing I did on the phone, the first phone interview, and I stuttered. I didn't look her in her eyes. Like, I was just not my best. So then I was waiting and waiting for a call back from them, but I'd never received one or anything, and they didn't even send me an email but I kind of understand because at that time, it was the time when Rihanna was launching her lipstick, and it was being launched in that specific store. So I get that they were busy and everything, so probably that's why. And then I kind of bothered them because I was like, I kept calling them, no one would answer. I kept emailing them, no one would answer. And then my last email, the lady sent me something, was like, we didn't accept you. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just not for me. I kind of gave up after that for like a while, but because I had signed up for so many different Sephoras, like a month or less than a month after that, another Sephora contacted me to come in for an interview. I went in for the interview. I'm gonna tell you guys what questions they ask in a little bit. I'm just telling you guys like the process now, and then after the process I tell you like the questions that they asked me. So I went in for this interview. The lady really liked me. She told me that she asked me what world I wanted to be in, and I was kind of stuck between color and skin. And then she was just like, which one do you love more? I love both. I love skincare and I love color. But I know that skincare would probably be like the easiest to get into, so I was just like, I'll do skincare. So then she set me up with a meeting to meet with the skincare lead, right? So after that, she sent me home. She was like, he's on vacation right now, but as soon as he comes back, I'll set you up with him and whatever. I was like, okay. I was excited, but I wasn't too excited because at that point I knew I didn't get the job yet. So I was just like, because I know how I am. I will get excited and thinking that I get something, and then on the next time I go, I'll like make myself crazy, and then I won't get it because I'll be overthinking it too much and be nervous. So like 2 weeks went by and I didn't get a call back from her, and I was like, what's happening? But I didn't call or anything. I think, did I call? I don't think I called. I think I just kept waiting, and then he called me and he was like, hi, I've heard so much about you. I'm excited to meet you. Can you come in so and so day? And I was like, of course, and I'm excited and I can't wait to meet you too. And so and so and so. I know I say so and so and so many times, but yeah. So we set the date. I went in for that interview, and like they were kind of like staring me down, and I felt like I was gonna get nervous, but I kind of kept myself together like, no, you are not gonna be nervous today. You are gonna slay this fucking interview. I went and slayed to the gods. I didn't like do it over exaggerated. I just did like a neutral eye with like a bold red lip, my lashes be on fleek. Yeah, and I think I was wearing this wig too. I can't remember if I was wearing this one or my straight one, but yeah, I went into the interview and I slayed. I didn't stutter for not one question. I was looking him in the eye. I was laughing. I was showing my personality. I was making them know that like I was the right fit for Sephora and like I need to be here. Like you have to go in there and you have to claim that shit. Like you have to claim it. So yeah, that's what I did. And then after that, he was like, oh, let's do a demo, let's see how you would be. So I was kind of scared because I was not expecting to do a demo for skincare. So then we went down, but I wasn't like that I wasn't that nervous because I know like how to do skincare stuff and stuff. Like I know how to do mini facials, I know how to sit clients down, I know how to do all of that. So I wasn't really nervous until he told me that I would have to do it on like one of my potential co-workers. But then even so, like I was just like, no, you're not gonna be nervous. I kind of like shake the nervousness out, and then I was just like to mask the nervousness, I would just be like, hi, my name is Shantae, and like just to like get the nervousness out. Like I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's just like just to get the nervousness out of me, I would just like act like I wasn't nervous and just not think about being nervous at all. So yeah, I introduced myself to the girl and everything. He was like, oh, so pretend like she's your client, I'm gonna go away and you guys do it and whatever. So then act like I was an employee, she acted like she was a client. And I was like, hi, how are you today? My name is Shantae. What's your name? She told me her name. And then like I did like basically ask her about her skin. She told me. Then I asked her if she'd like to sit so I can do like a mini on her, and she said yes. And then she told me her skin and like what, and then I had to choose like what I felt will go best with her skin. So that's what I did. Brought it back, she loved it, and everything was good. On that same day, right after my demo, they like both of them talked for a minute, and then he got back to me and he was like, okay, so she really liked you, but we have to do one. Would you be able to stay around for 30 more minutes? I was like, sure, because my friend worked in a store like right up the block. So I was like, okay. And I went up there, and then I came back in 30 minutes for my interview. And then I spoke to the store director. She kind of made me nervous a little bit, but when talking, like, she made me nervous because I was like, damn, like, does she like me? Does she not like me? Like, she was so serious, but she's a sweetheart. Anyways, she was like, she was asking me like the usual questions, like, why do you want to be here? Why do you think you're a good fit for Sephora? Tell me a time. The same questions that he asked me, but she just re-asked me it. Like, tell me a time when you had to face, tell me a time when you had to deal with an unhappy client. And I gave her an example. Like, every question they kept asking me, I would give them examples of like how I've handled that situation in the previous. They asked me, how would you handle a coworker that was like confrontational, basically. It wasn't worded like that, but it was similar to that, and I answered it. I was just like, I would remain professional, and then I would like kind of try to talk to her off stage or off site, just so like there's no tension, and let her know how I feel, but not like in a rude way. And it was just like questions like that. All the questions that they ask is just like normal interview questions. It was nothing hard. It was nothing that you can't answer. As long as you've been in that field, you would know how to answer it. Because basically we deal with most of those scenarios every day, so you will know how to answer it. Just don't be too nervous. That's like my number one advice that I have to give you guys. Don't be nervous at all. Like, if you feel like you're gonna be nervous, just try to shake it out. Like, just shake it out. Be yourself. Sephora is all about personality. They want to see you. They want to see your personality. They want to see if you're gonna blend in well with the team that they already have. So just show them that you have a great personality and you can blend in anywhere and you love your clients. Most of the questions was about client service and too. So you have to have like a really good customer service background. You have to know how to deal with customers. You have to always try to make your customers happy. Like, they like answers like that, like customer orientated answers, and like show your personality. That's it. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. We are all people. We all feel the same. So don't be scared. Just go in there and kill it. And that's where I work now, Sephora, and I love it. Bye, Slayers. Thank you for watching.